Hey, hope you're doing well. Let's go see what I did in January and February. In terms of our falls analysis tool, as a quick reminder, what it does is it takes information from a retirement home's electronic health record and automatically does their falls reporting for them. So it saves them time that they manually spend reading through nursing notes and doing the reporting themselves right now. And it also helps them with reducing falls because showing them data in terms of falls by resident name, falls by cause, so they can try to come up with these trends on their own. In January and February, we increased the number of pilots for the falls analysis tool. So now there's more homes that are using the product. At the same time, we also added a new EHR that we're working with. We're now working with Yardi as well, so not just point click care. And in terms of point click care, we are now also integrating their API marketplace and their app marketplace. And so that'll be really good over the next few months. We also started working with a development firm called Mint House, and that's been a really good learning experience. What I've realized is that communication is actually really important when it comes to development. So although you might think that something's like pretty simple in terms of a really small change or really small feature, making sure that you're aligned with the development firm and even with your users about the future features they want and what's currently going on in terms of development is really important, because the small misalignment of communication can end up compounding to bigger problems later down the line. And so I realized that the communication piece is actually really important to make sure that all stakeholders are just aligned so that the product moves faster and that you're developing not just for the current version, but also to add on whatever new features you want for future versions. For our fall detection sensor, you might remember that we were looking to make a decision on whether we go with a manufacturing firm or whether we go with individual contractors for the development of the product. And so we decided to go with individual contractors. And over the past 2 months, that's a lot faster product development. And we've also been involved in a lot more of the decisions than we would have if we had chosen to use a firm. And so it's been great so far. Things are going well, and we're definitely moving forward in the right direction when it comes to the hardware development. And in terms of the actual product itself, we've started to now do a lot more comfortability testing, and we're going to be spending March doing a lot more of this because we need to get more insights into the different resident behaviors with the sensor, because we are making a few changes in terms of sizing, in terms of weight. And so we're going to be starting to doing a lot more of that in March, and that came from the insights in January and February. The last thing that happened is in mid-February, my co-founder and I were in England for 2 weeks. So we realized that, mid-February was the only time that we could be away from Canada without affecting the progress of Folix. And that's because the sensor is currently being developed, whereas when we're back, we have to do a lot of the hardware testing. And so we were there meeting with other retirement homes, meeting with smart founders, and then also other builders. It was really interesting to see the differences in the care market there compared to here. So here you have independent living, assisted living, long-term care, and dementia care. Whereas in London, England, where we were in for majority of England, you will only see long-term care and dementia care, basically. There's really not this concept of independent or assisted living where residents come down to a dining area and are generally independent. Most people who wear the pendants around their neck are in domiciliary care. So domiciliary care is someone who's alone at home who gets care. So here we would call that the at-home care market. And so over in England, we realized our fall detection product won't be as valuable, similar to the same reasons why our fall detection product is not targeted to those in dementia care here in Canada. We're targeted towards the independent and assisted living market, whereas our falls analysis tool can be valuable to them because they have a lot of falls, so they still are doing the manual fall analysis. So there's a lot of pieces we have to figure out in terms of GDPR compliance, which is the UK's version of PIPEDA and PHIPAA, which are the data health security standards that you need to meet to make sure you can implement a health product. And so there's a lot of those requirements that are different than our current product that we have to figure out. And so we need to figure that out before we do a pilot there, but we did definitely see interest from a lot of the care homes that we met with over there. Big thank you to Vivek, Joao, Sarosh, Arif, Johnny for really showing us around London and having great conversations with us. We had an amazing time while we were there. Well, that's it from me for January and February. I'll see you at the end of April. Bye.